Hundreds of disappointed cruise ship passengers are back in our area. They were planning to see family members in Cuba, but family members they have not seen in years, we should mention.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, they arrived back at the port of Palm Beach without those memories of those precious connections. News Channel 5's Tanya Rogers has more tonight.
500 passengers back at the port of Palm Beach after what many call a disappointing trip on the Grand Classica.
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't be. I'm trying to control by this. He was waiting to see my niece.
They boarded the cruise ship thinking they were embarking on a 4-day trip with a stop in Cuba. Many say when they booked their reservation through Viva Travels, they were told they could spend a little time with their relatives who lived there. It was supposed to be a family reunion cruise.
The first night you needed to see how everyone feeling that Thursday night. Everyone was excited.
But that excitement soon faded. This video was taken when the ship was 3 miles away from Havana on Friday morning. Cuban authorities wanted to board the ship.
They deny us. They said you can't go.
The ship was told to leave and decided to go to the Bahamas instead. Families angered they couldn't meet with relatives they hadn't seen in years. Passengers said there were doctors on board who abandoned their mission in Cuba. They believe that's why Cuban authorities declined port entry. I took that concern to Viva Travels, which chartered the ship.
There were several doctors that were on board just like every other, with the illusion of seeing their family members, not with the illusion of doing anything bad. Everything that was in every single suitcase was medicine, clothing.
Pete Regalado organized the event. He says they had the proper documents for this trip.
I think that ultimately the government saw a huge, horrible PR campaign for them. If they would ever see this unification in the water.
Now, the organizer told me that he will compensate the passengers. Meanwhile, if you are planning a trip there are several trips that do go during the year. Usually they're from the port in Miami and also in Fort Lauderdale. Make sure to have the proper documentation if you decide to take one of these trips. Reporting live, Tanya Rogers, WPTV News Channel 5.